Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Beastly Eel. And in today's video we're going to be talking about the season finale of X-Men 97. So this starts off right where the last one ends, which is Gambit being in X-Corp, basically getting monitored to figure out what they're, how to get him back to being himself. So obviously everyone is well aware that Apocalypse is trapped inside of Gambit's mind, and trying to figure out what they can do to get it out. So while the X-Men specifically are there to kind of figure out and brainstorm what can be done, Rogue, Nightcrawler, and Beast are on a mission to figure out if they can get answers from the ship that that Apocalypse has used. So during all of this, we have X-Force and X-Factor teaming up together to go after X-Corp, which is a whole nother thing. Which basically is just the X-Men. And it turns into a massive war between the two of them. The idea is they're trying to stop. Basically, their plan is to kill Gambit. The plan is to kill Gambit because if they kill Gambit, then Apocalypse will also be dead. If he's dead, then they no longer have to worry about Apocalypse anymore. And that's kind of where this whole thing comes down to. So there's a firefight. I do have to say though, although spoilers ahead, I guess I should say, is like this episode overall was disappointing because of like how quickly things kind of ended. However, it had some cool fights in this, I have to say. So what I mean by that is like we get to see Jubilee versus Havoc, but specifically in a jet fight, which I thought was kind of cool. We also get, like I said, we get to see Jubilee really use her tactical ability, which I thought was kind of cool. We see Jean Grey, Cyclops versus Cable. We see Morph and Wolverine versus Archangel and Psylocke. And I thought all that combined was actually pretty cool in and of itself. We also get to see Bishop, Polaris, and Gambit versus Multi-Man, Wolfsbane, Give Me a Minute, Strongman, and Banshee. I had to really think about that. All of which I thought was really cool. We also got to see man-piloted Sentinels, which were things I was not prepared for to see in this season. And in the end, Cable shoots Gambit in the head. So Gambit gets shot in the head, and that's when he turns into Apocalypse. And wipes the floor with everyone pretty quick. I mean, extremely quick. So, back at the ship, we see Rogue, Nightcrawler, and Beast pretty much going through the ship. The ship basically explains and shows the temple in which the device happens, I guess the best way to phrase it. Like the chamber that turned Apocalypse into Apocalypse. But what the ship warned them about is that they're going to be dealing with powers that are beyond what they can even comprehend. And Rogue is like, I'm not, Beast, actually all of them really were all just kind of like, we need to do this anyway. Like, we've fought everything we can. We're just going to continue to do so anyway. So Rogue forces her way in, burns her arm, and she's in front of none other than the celestial Acheron. Acheron, for those of you who don't know, we saw him in, obviously, the beginning of this season, but we also see him in the Eternals. He is like the Celestial of the Celestials, or supposedly. So the idea is, he basically is wondering why a pitiful creature like her even dares to come towards him. And she basically states that she needs a way to figure out all of this, and he basically I don't want to say blasts her away, but like makes an impact or like a pulse that sends her flying back. She then flies forward and tries to basically fight him. She then begins to like burn because of it, and we see the scars on her face. And he's like, "Why do you dare fight the inevitable? Like, I am invincible. Like, you cannot. What are you wasting your time doing this?" And she's like, "It's because of love. Like, I'm doing this because I want to save the person I love the most." So they have a little bit of a conversation, and he basically states at the end of it, "I will give you the power to save his life. However, it is going to cost you." And she's like, I'll pay anything. And he goes, fine, your life for his. And she agrees without a question. So she comes out with celestial powers, um, and she goes to fly off to deal with Apocalypse. So this wasn't even a fight. She comes in, crushes Apocalypse out of Gambit, putting him into a little crystal and giving it to Cable and basically telling him, get out of here, kid. Gambit is alive. They kiss. Her celestial powers disappear, but she's still alive. So during this, we see Beast come, and there is no Nightcrawler. So we get a little bit of a flash of Nightcrawler in front of Ashram. And Ashram basically states that you dare come in here and try to stop the bargain. And Nightcrawler's like, no, I'm here to pay the debt. My life for her life. And so Ashram's just asking why. And Nightcrawler basically states that he knows that because of their love, that things will be so much better. The world would be a better place, and his friends would be even stronger because of it. And Ashram basically asks him, how do you know for sure that what you're saying will come to fruition? And Nightcrawler just he just says, I have faith. And we see flashes of what could be the future is what we're assuming, because we don't know it's 100% happening at this point. So we see Rogue and Gambit together, reading the Bible together. We see the X mansion flourishing. And that pretty much is how that part of the story ends. So we get at the end of the credits, we do get an after credit scene of a hint of what's going to happen in season 3. So Creed is now the president of the United States. So there's going to be a lot of mutant issues going on in season 3. And apparently Mystique runs the Brotherhood of Mutants now. And X-Force, really had to think about it. X-Force had been looking into Mystique because their thought process is that she is going after the President of the United States and trying to assassinate him. So how we all know this is because we see the leader of X-Force reading her file. However, the leader of it pops into her office, sees herself, and that's when she gets shot. And then we see her turn into Mystique, and Mystique basically just says, oh, Mystique is going to kill the president. That is the point, and transforms back into her, shoots her again, and that's how the season ends. So in season 3, we're going to be getting the Brotherhood of Mutants. I'm hoping that they do a better job with the story in season 3. Season 2, it felt very rushed. There were a lot of good things, do not get me wrong. But I felt like overall the story was very rushed. And because of that, a lot of things didn't hit like I felt like it should have. Maybe it's a me thing, maybe not. Like I said, it wasn't horrible in any standpoint, but I was definitely left disappointed because we didn't even get a big bad fight with Apocalypse. It was more of just Rogue coming in with the celestial power to crush him into a diamond and throwing him to Cable. And that's it. It was, like I said, it was just a little bit of a disappointment, especially because I know how menacing Apocalypse can be. But it is what it is. So, let me know what you guys thought about this episode and the season as a whole down in the comments below. Did you like it and did you not? Or why? And why? Wow, I'm really messing up with the language. And as always, if you like the content you see, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.